A very warm welcome to you all again. Welcome to my channel again. Dear viewers, in the previous video we have discussed about the diseases, different type of diseases, different pathogen, parasite, mode of transmission and communicable, non-communicable diseases. In this video we will discuss about various type of communicable disease, and let's discuss about malaria first. Okay, so we will be discussing about malaria in this video. First come to word malaria. The word malaria is derived from mal air, that means foul smelling air. It is derived from mal air, or it is derived with foul smelling air, because this disease, as we know, this disease spread through damp places. It is spread through damp places, damp habitat where the mosquito breeding place is available. So the word malaria is derived from mal air. The first relationship between swamp habitat, malaria and mosquito was given by Lancisi. Lancisi first relates mosquito, damp place and malaria. So the malaria has been first described by Lancisi as it is caused by mosquito. The mosquito are the vectors, and it is due to damp habitat. Later, after that, in 1880, Plasmodium, the causative agent of malaria, has been discovered by Charles Laveran. Laveran described malarial parasite or Plasmodium virus. After that, in 1897, Ronald Ross described that the female Anopheles mosquito is the causative agent of malaria, or it is the real vector due to which the malaria spreads. Other species of other mosquito do not cause this disorder, only that is female Anopheles mosquito. Okay. The Plasmodium is digenetic. We have to discuss detailing about the life cycle of Plasmodium. The Plasmodium is digenetic. It remains in the salivary gland of mosquito. Okay. So during the process of biting, this Plasmodium is transmitted to the blood of human being. So first of all, why the mosquito bite human being? The mosquito are not sanguivorous. They do not have the desire to take blood from human being. The blood is not the nutrient of mosquito. Mosquito take plant juice as their food, but the only female Anopheles mosquito take blood because the plasma protein of blood are the important source of nutrient for its egg. Okay, for development of Plasmodium, the female Anopheles mosquito take blood. The plasma proteins are best nutrient for its egg. Okay, so how the mosquito is attracted towards human being? The major factors are body temperature, the body temperature, then CO2, which is exhaled, and aluminum. These are the three agents which attract mosquito to bite human being. Okay. In case of human body, the asexual cycle takes place. Asexual cycle of Plasmodium takes place in man. Sexual cycle takes place in female Anopheles mosquito. But what the difference? The sexual cycle takes place in mosquito, so the mosquito is regarded as primary. So mosquito is regarded as primary host. As asexual cycle takes in man, it is secondary host. These are categorized only due to sexual reproduction. Okay, but clinically, if we take clinical symptoms, then more symptoms appear in human being. Human became primary host as per the clinical review, and mosquito became the secondary. But from the view of reproduction, as sexual reproduction takes place in mosquito, they are primary. We human being are secondary host. Okay. So let's discuss a detailed idea about mosquitoes, its mode of transmission, its effect in human body, different organs. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss about the cycle occurring in human being. Very interesting topic. Please hear totally. Hear it with full concentration. Okay. The blood vessel. Suppose this is the blood vessel. The mosquito come here, mosquito come here. It started biting the mosquito, bite human being. At the time of biting, mosquito release sporozoid along with anopheline. Anopheline, the chemical that is released from the saliva of mosquito, along with anopheline, a number of sickle shape sporozoids are formed. These are sporozoids. Sporozoids enter into blood vessels. These are sporozoids. Okay. Immediately after the entry of sporozoid into blood vessel, what happened? Our body has immunity. Our WBC, especially the neutrophil cells, started eradicating the sporozoid. So the sporozoid do not remain. The sporozoid move. The sporozoid move towards liver because they need protection from the neutrophil cells. Okay. Now suppose this is the area of liver. These are the hepatic cell, liver cells, hepatic cells. These are hepatic cells. The parasite through the blood vessel enter into liver. Inside the liver, what happened? There is abundance of food. So the parasite changes its shape. The shape changes here. The shape from sickle shape, it became spherical or oval in shape. it became, the name is called as zooxanth. It became zooxanth. The zooxanth started reproducing by multiple fission. Asexual reproduction takes place. The zooxanth divide, producing large number of daughter cells. The process is called as zygogony, or this is the asexual reproduction is otherwise called as zygogony. These zooxanths, when raise their number, they enter into fresh liver cell. They enter into fresh liver cells. In this way, they continue to attack the liver cells. These increase, after increase in size, these are called as trophozoites. These are called as trophozoites. Again, the liver cells burst to release these trophozoites. These are the feeding stage. What happened when the trophozoites continuously raise their number by invading fresh liver cell, by invading continuously invading to new liver cells, then ultimately they intended to enter into circulatory system to take globin from the RBC. So what happened? The the trophozoite again divide to produce merozoites. These are nothing but merozoites. These merozoites now enter into RBC. Okay. So suppose this is the RBC cell, human RBC, merozoites enter into it. Inside RBC, what happened? Hemoglobin is present. Inside RBC, there is hemoglobin. The hema is left and globin has been used by this parasite. So in RBC, it is seen that the hema or iron part looks like iron part. These are iron parts or hema remain in form of dotted structure. These dots are called as Schaffner's dot. Schaffner's dot. Okay. And at this stage, we can find hemogen, which is a toxin that is produced by this parasite. The toxins are produced. The toxin help in causing fever. Till infection up to liver, there is no symptom, but when the RBC get infected, it takes approximately 14 days. After 14 days, from this to this, total event takes place 14 days. After 14 days, fever symptoms appeared. Okay. So the inside RBC, the parasite started feeding the protein, hemoglobin. What happened after that? After that, the parasites, after taking nutrient, their nucleus is pushed towards one side and a large vacuole is formed. This stage is called as signet ring stage. After continuous division, multiple fission, it also produces rosette stage. In this stage, a number of young individuals are arranged like petals of a flower. Okay. So rosette stage appeared. When the concentration increased in RBC, what happened? Now the RBC cell burst, the merozoites again released to the blood. Here the bursting of RBC cell Here, this is the bursting of RBC. When RBC burst, what happened? The merozoids released to the blood. They have two options, whether they infect to fresh RBC or they have to simply form the gametes. But they do not infect RBC again because they also care for their hosts. When the host die, the parasite will die. So, in spite of producing, in spite of infecting the fresh RBC, they produces two type of gametes, micro and macro gametocytes. The gametocytes are formed. Female and male gametes are formed. What happened? When the gametes are formed, the gametocyte come to the superficial circulation, that means to the surface of body circulation system. When mosquito again bite, suppose this is the circulatory system at the superficial blood vessel, the gametes are present, the mosquito again come to bite here, mosquito again bite. When the mosquito again bite, what happened? Mosquito again bite, the gametes enter into midgut or stomach. The gametes now in stomach of mosquito. There is a fusion of gamete to produce zygote. Okay. After formation of zygote, what happened? The zygote develop into ookinete, or it is otherwise called as vermicule, because it is like small earthworm. Okay. The vermicules penetrate into the wall of gut wall. It penetrates the gut wall. Stomach wall is penetrated and it produces cyst-like structure on its outer surface. These are called as oocyst. So here, after formation of oocyst, inside the oocyst, sporozoids are formed. Okay. Oocysts are produced by penetration of vermicule through the stomach wall. So, outside of the stomach wall, a number of oocysts are formed. Inside the oocyst, sporozoids are present. The sporozoids enter to the salivary gland of mosquito, where it is ready to infect new individual through biting. Okay. So, it is all about the sexual cycle which takes place in mosquito. The asexual cycle has been already discussed. So, comes to pathogenicity in then come to types of malaria. Okay. We have different species of malarial parasite. Suppose we will take Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum. Falciparum is a big name, so it causes the most dangerous disease, that is brain malaria, cerebral malaria or malignant malaria. Then Plasmodium malaria. Then the fourth is Plasmodium ovale. Plasmodium ovale. Okay. These four species are known to cause different type of disorder. The Plasmodium vivax, it causes benign tertian malaria, where the fever reappears in 48 hours. Plasmodium falciparum, it causes malignant malaria, the same 48 hours fever reoccurrence. Plasmodium malaria, third species, it causes quartan malaria, because at every fourth day after 72 hours the fever reappears. Plasmodium ovale, it causes mild tertian malaria. The fever also reappears after 48 hours. Okay. So what are the common symptoms? Okay. The symptoms are common symptoms of this to symptoms appear after 14 days. Restlessness, muscular pain, anemia as RBC are destroyed, then the body temperature raised up to 106 degree Fahrenheit. Body temperature reaches the ceiling fever is the main symptom. Okay. After fever, it is followed by heavy sweating. Okay. These are the common symptoms. Sometimes the spleen get enlarged, which is called as splenomegaly. It is another symptom, splenomegaly, because the destroyed RBC enter into spleen, causing enlargement of spleen called as splenomegaly. Okay. How it can be prevented? It is prevented by certain natural agents. Suppose we will take the example of Utricularia plant. They are eating mosquito larva. Taking the example of duck, those take mosquito larva from water. Diusica duck, then dragonfly, then Gambusia fishes. These are the living agents, those control mosquito larva. Then how it can be treated? Mosquito repellents used, insecticides used, quinine, it is the first oldest drug, anti-malarial drug, chloroquine, primaquine, paludrin, sulfadoxine. These are the common agents, which are common drugs which are used against malaria. So this is all about malaria. In our next part of health and disease, we will discuss about amoebiasis and other diseases. Okay. Thank you for viewing my channel. Okay.